Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 28 of Let's Play Tales of Arise. We are about to meet with Lord Dohalim. So let's do it.
Hey!
You again. After we parted ways, an urgent petition from the citizenry came in. Lord Dohalim is currently busy responding to it. As such, I must ask you to wait until he finishes his business. Once preparations are complete, I'll lead the way.
Pretty fancy place they got here.
There's no way this isn't a trap.
Your guest, my lord.
Thank you, Kisara. You're the wielder of the Blazing Sword, the liberator of Calaglia. You do dress humbly for someone of such grandeur. But where are my manners? I am the ruler of Elda Menencia. I'm Lord Dohalim Ilkaris.
If you know who we are, then you know how strange it is to invite us into your palace.
I thought I'd clear up your misconceptions before things could escalate. What do you say? You did come here to defeat me, did you not?
Perhaps, and what if we did? Are you planning to fight us here?
I don't think that will be necessary. After all, I imagine you've taken in a fair amount of his scent by this point. Have you come across even one slave being abused? Soldiers killing for sport? Suffering of any form? I would hazard that you have not. For I have liberated Menencia from its suffering and brought joy to its people. But if these results are not enough to stay your sword... I commend you for your boldness, but it won't work on me. Still, your would-be assassination cannot go unpunished.
Alphen!
Fair enough. Allow me to host you for dinner. We shall continue our talk then. Kelzelik,
Yes, my lord.
please escort our guests if you would be so kind.
As you wish, sire.
That's what you get for being so careless.
What I get? What were you thinking attacking him on your own?
What are you upset about? Our whole goal is supposed to be overthrowing the lords. Remember?
He could have been hurt.
And it wouldn't have been the first time either. What's gotten into you?
Hey, you do know that Alphen is really just worried about you, right?
He's worried?
I mean, that's what it looked like to me. But maybe not.
Hey, Shion, a loose cannon. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
It pains me to see that Renan cuisine isn't to your liking. I asked my chefs to prepare only the finest delicacies available. 2 wasted opportunities.
Why did you set the Danans here free when you took over?
But you are mistaken. You see, I may rule single-handedly, but on my own, even I cannot change the order of things. But what is within my power is the welfare of the people. The fostering of a mutual respect among the classes. This I can change.
Sounds a lot like the Danans are still oppressed, if you ask me.
Only in the sense they continue to serve as laborers, yes. However, I assure you they are fairly compensated for their efforts. This harmony we strive for, is the current pinnacle of Renin-Danin coexistence.
Harmony and coexistence between the Renins and the Danins.
What about the crown contest? This doesn't exactly make you a shoo-in.
And yet, the Danins here are even more productive than when they used to face daily lashings. In any case, the crown contest is of little importance to me, and even less to Elda Menencia. You see, I have no interest in becoming sovereign.
Stop this! Please! It's over! Stop!
How could you? I swear, I'll never forgive you for this!
It is not by choice that one assumes the throne of a realm. But sovereign is a different matter entirely. I have no interest in playing their game.
Are you saying you'll withdraw from the contest?
I guess if you don't plan to ascend the throne, there's not much reason to harvest energy from Danins, is there?
Let the ambitious fight it out amongst themselves. All I care for is maintaining peace throughout my realm.
So what? Your personal desires are all that matter to you?
Take a look in the mirror. I may not play their games, but you have outright betrayed your own. You've torn down 2 of my fellow lords. What precisely is your aim? Spare me your answer. I care not for your reasons. Suffice it to say, I will not impede you. That said, should you threaten the peace of my realm, I will respond. I suggest you conclude your business and leave Menencia at your earliest convenience. Kelzelik. Our guests depart. Please see to their lodgings for the night.
I shall arrange for rooms for you all at a local inn. It is a short ways down the road. You may stay there for the night, after which I suggest you promptly make your departure.
Wow, did not expect to get kicked out so quickly.
Damn, look at how ritzy this place is. How many rooms do you think it's got?
Don't you think you're being a little too relaxed? They could strike at any moment.
If they were going to attack us, they would have done it already.
So you're the Blazing Sword of Calaglia now, huh? Come to think of it, I remember Ganabelt calling you that too.
Yeah, you're getting to be pretty famous among the lords.
Yeah, and that's not a good thing either.
What do you mean? That's something you should be proud of, if anything, Alphen. They're scared of you, man. You're a real badass.
It's not as simple as that, Law. The more well-known he is, the more people might come after him.
No, that's not what I'm worried about.
It isn't?
When people call me that, it feels like there's something hanging over me that shouldn't be there. It's hard to put into words, but it's something that doesn't feel like a part of me. Something I can't let be a part of me. Or else.
Well, I still think it's pretty amazing, but that's just me.
Let's have a look around. I mean, why not? Hey, isn't my meal ready or what? I'm sorry, we're still fixing it. Great, I'm still waiting on that paperwork I asked for too. I'm terribly sorry, I'll go check on what's happening right away. So these tit faces are Renans. The inn that we've reserved for you is straight down the road once you leave the path. Do not make His Excellency regret this generosity. Are you sure this is such a good idea, Sir Kazelik? Do not realize our guest is still here. We'll have this conversation later. Yeah, they are Renans. I know where I want to go. I see treasury and I'm immediately fucking there. Alright, fair enough. It being locked makes a lot of sense. This is Lord Dohalim's private quarters. Trust that dickhead to have a goddamn locker. Sorry, I can't let anyone into the Lord's chambers without a prior appointment. I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. So it looks like we can go to the guards room. I figured the only books Kasara would have on her shelves would be about combat, but I also found cookbooks and fishing books in here. Gee, I wonder who got her interested in those things. But if you all think of him personally, we guardsmen have sworn an oath of loyalty to serve and protect Lord Dohalim. Anyone who attempts to disrupt the peace and stability that our Lord has worked so hard to realize should be met with no mercy. The array of guard with him appears to be quite well maintained. Interesting, interesting. Got a noble room locked. Let's go check out the staff quarters and stuff like that. Let's just go check out every room. I mean, after all, we may as well check it out now so we don't have to check it out later. Or at least when we do come back later, maybe we'll at least have a little better understanding of the layout of the entire place. We have so much to be grateful for. If it wasn't for Lord Dohalim, we wouldn't be able to live together like this despite being unrelated. Yeah, you're right. I'm so glad I have you, sis. You feel so warm and soft. Somebody's getting sleepy. I think it's bedtime. I heard that our ancestors used to be able to read and write, but we all forgot how to do it. Yep, look at you now, dispensing medicine like a pro. There's nothing I can't learn from reading books, and once I figured out how to write, I started recording what I learned for future reference. I'm so thankful to Lord Dohalim for giving me so many wonderful chances to learn and improve myself. Selection of books on etiquette. The title alone make you posture... wait, what's the word? Makes your posture go rigid. Found a hastily scrawled note. Commerce with Mahagsar grows more inscrutable by the day. We send vast quantities of resources but only receive a pittance of dodgy goods in return. Is his lordship aware of this?
So what is Mahagsar exactly?
One of the 5 realms of Dana. From the sound of it, Kelzelik had some dealings with them.
You sure are working hard for a young boy your age. That's because my dad collapsed working in the quarry. He's recovering in the medical facility, so I have to take over for him until he gets better. That's real big of you. I should send the young guys who sleep on the job to talk to you. Maybe then they'll take their work seriously. Kelzelik seems to be the enemy of this realm, from what I can tell. He just doesn't... Like, Dohelium has, like, a pompous air to him, but he just doesn't seem like a bad person. He seems like that. It's got, like, that anime trope where they're, like... They seem bad, but they're not bad, you know what I mean? But then again, so could Kelzelik could have that same thing. What do you guys think you're doing? Even when you're a guardsman, nobody seriously expects you to sleep in your... Oh, good grief. Don't say I didn't warn you. Hey, it's your turn to patrol now. Okay, time to get out here and make Lord Dohelium proud. Yeah, these guys seem to be just... But like I was saying, like, it seems to be... I don't know what it is. There just seems to be something about Kelzelik. He seems to be... It's the same with, like, Ganabelt, where I didn't say anything, obviously, but I had a very strong feeling that Menik was the big bad, but I decided not to say anything, because, you know, I try to do no spoilers, or I try not to make assumptions without, you know, a decent amount of information. For no other reason than because while I like to speculate, I also don't, you know, like to be right. Sometimes speculating and being right isn't fun. But oh well. I think in this instance I am right, but I don't know. Though a fight with Dohelium sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. When I was a little kid, I never would have dreamed that one day I'd get to work in the palace. Me either. I remember when just looking at the palace used to be enough to get you killed. It's funny when you look back at it now, but when they first announced they were recruiting guardsmen, I was more than a little suspicious. Well, Dohelium really is trying to look out for us, which is all the more reason why we have to make sure we don't let him down. I've got to say, I'm always blown away by you Danans in the guard. What makes you say that? Well, as you can imagine, ever since I was born, I was always told that Danans were inferior people, not even people really. It's true that Danans can't use martial arts like us, but you still learn quickly and are able to keep up with the work. If I hadn't chosen to follow Lord Dohelium here, there's no way I'd have ever come around to opening my mind and thinking differently. We owe him a lot for bringing us joy and allowing us to truly live. I intend to repay that the best as I possibly can in the guard. See, this is what I mean. Lord Dohelium has nothing but glowing recommendations and, like, glowing, like, not reviews. That's a bad way to look at it, but... There just seems to be complete and utter respect for him. And you wouldn't find that with the other two lords that we've fought so far. It's like, that's why I'm kind of like thinking maybe he is for real. Lord Dohelium sure is an unusual lord. I can't believe he treats the embedded so. Hey, we're not supposed to call him that anymore, remember? Right, my fault. Old habits die hard. I mean, old habits die hard, and you can tell, like, even the soldiers are trying. It's a very weird environment.
I need something to eat.
Ooh, I can go on the first floor. What is on the first floor, pray tell? Oh wow, we can do like a full. All right, yeah, let's do a full Let's just do a full exploration of this bitch. Okay, so it's the same as upstairs. The entrance plazas are on all three sides. Interesting, interesting.
What's this thing?
Ooh, some gold. I like it. Got a Renin treasure chest. A happy. Is that I either said harpy ball or happy ball? I did not read it quick enough. Ooh, what have we got in this one? Oh shit. Nice. What we got? Heavy treat. Okay, okay. I must admit, like I'm honestly very shocked that this area has like any sense of like niceties. I always find it so soothing to visit this courtyard. As it turns out, it was some of the Danans working for the palace that put it together. They do good work. I mean, even a Renin just admitting that seems like a lot. Don't you think Lord Dohelium's being rather soft on these embedded? I'm sure they could be a lot more productive when they currently are. What would you say? I doubt His Excellency would be pleased to hear you say that. Look, all I'm saying is that the embeddeds are a valuable resource. I don't think it's wrong to want to get as much out of them as we can. Definitely, they are a valuable asset we shouldn't be wasting. We shouldn't take for granted what we have. I mean, obviously, I didn't expect all of the Renans to, you know, suddenly, you know, love Danans. Whew, time to take a break. It wasn't that long ago that we'd been whipped if we ever stopped to rest. It's amazing just how different things are. I guess you could say that the night, you know, it takes a while to change, but they're doing a good job changing.
Whoa! What is this place? The shelves here are filled with books! Not just Renan books either. There are tons of Danon ones too!
Rinwell, I get that you're excited, but we've got more important things to worry about right now.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
No, we don't. It's back to Renan literature. For some reason, they're all written in Danon. That Renan gentleman keeps looking at me for some reason. He must be thinking I'm doing a poor job. Sigh. Why didn't I work so hard? Why shouldn't I work hard? Work so hard makes me want to step in and lend a hand. Why do I feel so sad all of a sudden now? Wow, it's just some unrequited love. Curious and you, finding gems in the rough. Astral Arts for Winners, your surefire guide to claiming a lordship. Of course, there'd be a fucking book about that. I hate to bother you, but would it be possible for you to help with my studies? It'd mean a lot if you did. Well, certainly. I'm more than happy to help with Lord Dahulim's efforts to spread education to the underprivileged. After all, a more educated populace makes for a richer realm in more ways than one, and that includes the Danans. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make the most of this opportunity Lord Dahulim has given us. By inevitably sleeping with you and causing a problem. 2,451 days left. 2,450. It's a diary of a Renan who counted down the days to the crown contest. There are books about art of torture. What are these black sludge on the cover? Working slaves to the bone and maintaining productivity. I mean, that sounds like a Renan book. The Fashionista's Guide to Lenegis Attire and Armor. The Joys of Fine Liquor, a compendium of Menician breweries. Yeah, Menician probably does have a lot of those, doesn't it? An introduction to the government of Lenegis. A swordsmanship book with a slash cover. Did the reader get mad at the book or use it in a fight? A chronology of the crown contest. Practical astral arts, theories and applications. Jokes are unfit for a dinner party. Even Renans enjoy their fair share of lowbrow humor, it seems. On Danon customs. It's amazing to watch these children grow up. They won't even think twice about who's Renan and who's Danon when they're adults. That's because you're such a good teacher, miss. Look at you. I can't believe you already know how to flatter someone so well. Miss, there's something you don't get. Me too. Alright. One at a time now, children. Now let's read Guide to Zoogles and Raising and Breeding. And then, yeah. Though there's one... This style didn't have a... Okay, it did. There we go. These are thick astral energy research tomes, so hard to read that they can put you to sleep. That's a very interesting place. Like, you know, it's nice that they've added like little details like this. I was about to say details. Let's, you know, pronounce all the words now. You don't fight bad with someone who grew up as a Danon. Thanks. But there's a long way to go before I catch up to Kasara. That's true, that woman's a 1 in a million. Shame to see such a talent go to waste here in Danon when she has so much potential. Requests keep coming in from citizens asking that we do something about the Zoogles that keep popping up on the outskirts of town. They must be talking about those strays. Those things have really multiplied over the last couple of centuries. Apparently it's so bad they say there are more strays than now than Zoogles that are actually under Renan control. Can't hope to exterminate all of them, but we should probably at least work to keep them out of cities and villages. I mean, if you didn't have so many, I mean, where would I get my XP from? So, you know, let's be honest, it's useful. I'm happy to report that the stray Zoogl's hunts are going well, and the Danon's training appeared to be paying off. That's great to hear. Those guys are always hard working. I can't believe how much they managed to learn in just a few short years. Yeah, but I don't see how this contributes to the crown contest. Weirdly enough, not everything's about fucking pride, my dude. It's not important sometimes. Let's go in the kitchen.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
And there's an owl in here. Yes, there is. Right there. We've got a crown.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Yes, we know there's something going on in the forest. I don't feel like trekking back.
Yeah, we can use this for it.
I just do not feel like trekking back to Cyslodia because I did say I was not going to use quick travel. I may have to use quick travel though because I don't actually feel like walking all the way back there. Because that would legitimately be painful. Though it could make a good grinding session. We go all the way there and then we grind all the way back. Kind of liking the idea actually. Because we're done with here, so...
Do you really think we should trust accommodations from a Renin Lord? How do we know it's safe?
Like we have any other choice. We can't go and set up camp outside of town at this hour.
Honestly, I'd still take that over staying here. What if they try to kill us in our sleep?
I doubt that's the case. His best chance to kill us would have been back at the palace. His true intentions aside, for now, at least we're in his good books.
Then we probably shouldn't test his patience. Let's find that inn and check in.
You know it's bad when Shion agrees.
Interesting. All we ever got was a tattered blanket, a rock-hard bed, and well past its prime food.
What are you talking about?
What we got for our slave labor back in Calaglia. As you can tell, it wasn't much at all. Here, the Danons get the same basic amenities, but the quality is way better than anything we were given. Hell, apparently they even get time off to do what they want. If I'm being honest, I'm not sure how to take all this in.
Could it be that things were simply harsher in Calaglia compared to everywhere else?
It was the same in Cyslodia, too. Our buildings and clothing were equipped to handle the cold, but that was the only difference. Working the floodlights was a form of punishment, so we didn't really get rewarded for anything that we did.
Yeah, you could be assigned to fix food or make daily necessities too, but when all was said and done, most of that stuff went to the Renins. There wasn't much in the way of compensation for any of that, so I'd say that Cyslodia and Calaglia were both pretty awful.
An Elda Menancia really is unusual.
To say the least. Hell, I might even go so far as to call it crazy. But the fact remains, Danons aren't free here.
Yeah, no matter how happy they look, they're still slaves.
I don't even know what to think right now. This is all way too much to deal with. It's giving me a headache. So that was Lord Dohalim, huh? He sure is something. Definitely not like the other lords we've met up until now.
At first, he sounded like just some snobby royal. But he immediately shut down Shion's surprise attack. He's tougher than he looks.
Definitely. After all, he's a lord for a reason.
The food was pretty damn good, too.
Why are you two complimenting him? You just said it yourself, Alphen. He's a Renin Lord.
Yeah, but he didn't act hostile towards us.
You're reading him wrong. He's acting indifferent. He's attempting to keep some distance between himself and everyone else. It's obvious.
What are we going to do then? Vicent seems to be legit peaceful. Are we just gonna do as he says and leave things be?
I'm not entirely sure. For now, I think it would be best for us to rest at the inn and think about our options.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to end this part. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please do follow on YouTube, follow me on Twitch, join the Discord. All the links are down below. And do leave a like if you don't mind. It does help out a lot. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, guys.